Today, guys, we're going hunting for a very specific franchise. So you guys know that I'm trying to beat 150 games this year. Well, that's going to require some planning ahead. And there are a few different franchises that I want to try and get through that I've never played before or never beaten the single-player campaigns for, at least. Probably played the multiplayer games. And I need to go and pick those up. And thankfully, a lot of them are very cheap and probably not too long. So we're going to head out in a sec. Neve needed to go to Aldi anyway, and if we're going to Aldi, it's the same car park as we used to walk over to CEX, in which case, in the car, let's go, I suppose. One of the very helpful things about having multiple cameras, multiple SD cards now, is that I can have a video like this rendering out already while I'm recording another one. So for example, up here, we got Sekiro's entire hour-long playthrough in terms of the video rendering out, so that'll be ready to go. We also just finished off Super Hot. We're doing all right. When I get home, I'm going to start Super Hot VR. That's going to be an interesting one to film. I have to film that within Oculus's native thing, I think. Ruby, you're not going to like it when we put the Christmas tree away in a couple of days, because then you can't hide anymore. You lose one of your hiding spots you'll only have underneath there. Going to places we can't get you because you're annoying. Ruby, come here. Come here, come say hello to the camera.
Where's Daddy?
Hello. Look at the camera. Ruby. Rubes. She's about to have zoomies, I can smell it. Here's an interesting one for everybody. Neve took her mum to the cinema without me the other day because I didn't care to see Better Man, the Robbie Williams film. And what happened when you walked in?
The guy scanned my ticket, so I bought the ticket for my mum and I've got my limitless.
This could have been 4 words.
He asked me for my date of birth after he scanned my ticket, and I thought, I gave him my date of birth. He didn't ask me for my ID, he asked me for my date of birth, which was really weird.
You basically got ID'd for a 15.
But you have to be 18 to have a limitless, and when you scan the ticket, it's going to come up with my face and my membership details.
Yeah, when they use their little card reader thing and scan your ticket, it comes up with your limitless profile, so it was a bit
And he's
strange.
like, oh, you're only a year younger than me. I'm like, yeah, it's a 15.
Imagine,
what do you mean?
Imagine you got ID'd for a 15 and I'm nearly 30.
Well, I'm nearly
Watch out.
26.
Oh yeah.
So I'm literally 10 years able to be able to see that movie.
At 15, we're going to see Nosferatu tomorrow.
I had to go check what Nosferatu was because I thought, if I'm getting ID'd for Better Man on a
You're going to start
Thursday
taking your
with
ID to the
Makeup
cinema
on,
again.
I'm taking my ID to the cinema for that because there's no way I'm getting turned away from watching that. I'm so excited.
That was stupid. Can't believe you got ID'd.
I know.
I wonder if that means you only don't normally because you're with me. Because I don't get ID'd.
But the thing is, I had makeup on, but I don't normally put makeup on when I go to the cinema because we normally go of an evening.
I mean, makeup will make you look young and not older.
I thought it'd be the opposite.
No, because think about it. Everyone's some sort of makeup queen these days.
Blend into everybody else.
Yeah. Right. Aldi and CEX. You could go ice skating in Stafford if you wanted to with how cold it is. It's pretty frozen over. It's like that day a couple of months ago where I got up silly early and went first thing. Good times. By the way, you lot, if you haven't already, do be sure to subscribe. We're trying to get to 50k this year. See if we can double. Into CEX we go, specifically hunting one franchise. Let's go. It's been a while since I've come in with a goal. So we're on a mission in CEX today, but I did spot this. A few weeks ago I did see this exact steelbook on Xbox and I was like, oh, it's a shame it's not PlayStation. But is it a good game? 25 quid for a game I know nothing about. We'll see. I don't know. Especially on the PS5, because I know that Oddworld is an old franchise. Is that a remake? Is it another game for the remake station? Also, check this out. Why are there so many WWE games, wrestling games in general? There was like 5 wrestling games just then. Then there's an absolute stack of them down here, but not the one I need, by the way. I would love 2009. 2006, 8, and 9 are the ones that I care about. Obviously, I've got excess of 8, and I've got 2006. But 2009 is the one I'm currently missing. But there are just so many wrestling games, like weird miscellaneous wrestling games as well. You'll see in a sec. I'm checking out the Battlefields for reasons that you will come to learn. But if we come over to the Xbox stuff, there was just even more. The good thing is even more wrestling. The good thing is with the Battlefield stuff is it should be pretty easy to find and is all quite cheap. Same thing goes with any other first-person shooter franchise that I might be playing through soon. I'll explain that one later on in the video. But yeah, look, Hulk Hogan's main event. What's that? Yet another wrestling game. There's tons of them. Is even more. Somebody went, you know what? I used to love wrestling. but now I don't. Legends of WrestleMania, never heard of that one. And then if we turn around, I don't think these are WWE affiliated, if I pull them out in a sec. But there's, where is it? Backyard Wrestling 1 and 2. They don't exactly look very family friendly, but to be fair, when I was a kid, WWE wasn't family friendly. It's arguably why it was so good. Yeah. But lots and lots of wrestling stuffs. Even like down here, I spotted like tons more. SmackDown Here Comes the Pain, Just Bring It, just straight up SmackDown versus Raw. I feel like SmackDown versus Raw, the original one, is just pretty rare. Showdown Legends of Wrestling. These have all got to have come from the same bloke. Someone has traded in their entire wrestling collection. There's even, I didn't notice, but look at the shelf below. There's the PSP ones too. I can see 2008, I can see 2006, all on the PSP. No 2009 anywhere to be seen, but I probably shouldn't say that too much, otherwise when my PO box opens back up, I'll be inundated with them. Shouldn't be too long now till that reopens. 2 more weeks, I believe it's supposed to be the 18th of January. And as I'm recording this, it is the 4th. You guys should be seeing this on, I think, the 5th? Something along those lines. Detroit Become Human is a game I'm tempted by. That, Aladdin and Lion King, I think is a remake of one of the hardest games ever. I don't know if it still is with the Lion King, but the Lion King game back then was just absurdly hard for almost no reason whatsoever. The lights have gone off the big tree, but not off the building or the little trees. How strange. Decently successful CEX haul. I got pretty much everything I went for. I nearly ended up with extra, but they found no disc for one of them, which is annoying. Case but no disc is strange. No case but disc is pretty common because people nick cases all the time or put them in the wrong spot and they just get lost. But for a disc to go missing, something's gone wrong with the staff themselves behind the shop, behind the desk. Alright, we're home and I'm going to show you guys a little protein hack that I do sometimes. It's been a while. So if you've got a vanilla-ish flavoured protein powder, I use this one. It's a cookies and cream one. Code Cayle at my protein, by the way. Send me screenshots of any orders you ever make on the gram, because they give me a £200 voucher to give out to somebody that does that each month. But cookies and cream whey, mix it into a protein shake, and then pour it over your cereal is a good way to make any cereal high protein, because it's not the cereal that's high protein, it's the shake. So I also have these, one of my favourites. It's called a protein cereal. Anything that says protein on it like this, you're basically paying the protein tax. It's usually a few extra grams. It doesn't matter much. I just like the taste of these. The real protein's coming from the powder.
Do you want a piece of protein cereal? Little anabolic sausage. Both. Yes, please, mummy.
She sniffed it. Give it a crunch. I've not heard it crunch yet.
She does not. She always does this with
She
new
does
foods.
with new food. She plays with it for a bit first. Don't get your hope. It's food.
It literally looks like a dog treat.
Bodes well when a dog puts something in the mouth and they go, "Yeah, that's not food." She's like, Ruby, eat it. There you go. I heard a crunch.
I was expecting her to proper crunch it.
Yeah, like yeah. Like that. I've actually made it. Ruby, what's she barking at? Did the neighbours just get home? Lovely stuff. Such a loud dog. This is such a big shake. I didn't mean for it to be that much liquid. Oh dear. Usually I'd have done small. Right then, let's go through today's CEX haul. So, I went in with the aim of getting as many Battlefield games that have a single player campaign as I possibly could. Because in my mission to play 150 games, I want to play through a lot of games that I didn't play the single player of as a kid, and things like that. So this year I'm probably going to try and play through all the Battlefield single players, and all the Call of Duties, Medal of Honor, and Brothers in Arms. All of that sort of military shooter sort of things. It's been a long time. So, Battlefield 4, Battlefield Hardline, Battlefield Bad Company, Battlefield Bad Company 2, one of my favourite multiplayer experiences of all time. I will never ever forget sitting on a hill miles away with whatever the default sniper is in this game, the satisfying just feel of watching the bullet arc into someone's head from like 6 foot above has never been replicated. Like, Battlefield 3 was an okay game. I enjoyed it, but it didn't play and feel like Bad Company 2, and they released just a year apart, which, you know, pretty cool. Interestingly, all of these from one CEX. And then finally, Medal of Honor Frontline, because I think there's maybe 3 or 4 Medal of Honor games on PS2, and then I think 3 on PS3. So that's another 7 games or so. Between Call of Duty, Battlefield, Medal of Honor, and Brothers in Arms, there's got to be at least 40 games there to add to the gamelog this year if I can get through them. I recognise I am missing, I think, Battlefield 5 from this, in terms of Battlefields with a single-player campaign. That was not in the local. But I think it is in Canuck, along with a few other games that I'm going to get over the coming days. So my plan is, it is currently 7 PM on the 4th of January. You guys should be seeing this on the 5th, I think. I finished playing through Super Hot and Super Hot VR today, so there's already been 2 gamelog editions. I'm going to play through the King Kong game. It has been a long time, and by a long time I mean a year and a half, since I played through King Kong, so I'm going to play that as my next game, and I should finish that today because it's not very long, it's like 4 hours. I love that game with a passion. So that will be next. And then I think I'm going to start Call of Duty after that, and I think there's going to be 19 Call of Duty single-player campaigns that I've got to play through. If not a little bit more then. Because I'm even going to do the spin-offs. So, for example, you've got Call of Duty Finest Hour, Call of Duty 2, Call of Duty 2 Big Red One, Call of Duty 4 regular, Call of Duty 4 remastered, Call of Duty 5 and Call of Duty 5 Final Fronts. And I think those are the spin-offs that matter. There is Modern Warfare 2 Campaign Remastered, but that wasn't really a standalone game like Call of Duty 4 Remastered was. It wasn't full-fledged, so I'm not going to do that. I'll just do the regular Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 2009. And it should be some fun, because none of those are particularly long, and a lot of them are very nostalgic. I have done the Call of Duty campaigns before, but not all of them. I did let me have a look at the gamelog. So yeah, back in 2021, so 4 years ago, nearly to the day actually, it'll actually be 4 years to the day by the time I'm through some of them. I was playing Call of Duty. I did Finest Hour, Big Red One, 3, 4 Remastered, 2, 3, 1, World at War, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, Ghosts, Advanced Warfare, Infinite Warfare, World War 2. I played them in franchise order, not chronological release order, so I don't know if I'm going to do that this time. Who knows? And I stopped at World War 2 because I think that was all there was at the time, so there's obviously going to be a few more now as well. It's going to be the biggest franchise I've ever played, that's for sure. That was 15 games back then. There's going to be at least 5 more compared to that this time, so that's going to be some fun. So stay tuned, because obviously there'll be gamelog vlogs for each and every single one of them. Hope you guys are enjoying those. And once again, do be sure to subscribe, and let's get to it.